Everybody doing? I've got 20 people here already. Thank y'all so much for being here. Back to this 10 a.m. time. It seems to be working well for everyone. My name is Bree. I'm the owner and artist at Upcycled by Bree, and I have a mega high-end thrift haul for you this week. The shopping here in Independence has been so good. I do want to let you know everything you see in front of me is already listed on my site for easy shopping, upcycledbybree.com, and the Shop the Haul collection. That's in the description box. It's also in the live chat. And y'all are going crazy already. Cha-ching, cha-ching. So if you see something you like, you better run over now to my site, grab it. Don't just put it in your cart. Go ahead and check out, and then come back and hang out. If you place multiple orders in 24 hours, I'll combine them down as much as possible and refund the extra shipping. Okay, I've got comments over here until I have more room on my table, so pardon me. I'm still not 100% set up. Lighting looks good. My friends are here. Let's start looking at this haul, and we are going to paint today, okay? Okay, shopping this week. I found a little honey hole here in Independence. It's called the Chanel Thrift Store. So if you're here or somewhere close and you haven't been by there, go check it out. They're super friendly. They have a huge store with like garage sale pricing. I also met up with Sammy from Unicorn Dust Designs, and we went thrifting and did a little filming for our event. If y'all haven't heard about that yet, For the Love of Junk Weekend, it is coming up so fast, September 15th through the 17th. We are going to do a meet and greet at a restaurant Friday night, load up on a party bus Saturday morning, go thrifting, and then go flip our finds together. Sammy and I are providing some really fun swag bags. There will be lunch provided, and then the next day, a little hangout for anybody who has a later flight. Ton of fun, laughter, making new friends, learning new techniques, junking, thrifting, party bus. Like, does that not sound like a good time? And we have very limited tickets left. That link is also in the description box. If y'all haven't heard about it, go check it out. Okay, so I went shopping with her. We hit up a Savers, a Salvation Army, and a Turnstiles. And then, I think that's it. If I come across something else, I'll let you know. Let's start looking at some junk. I can't pass up the critters. Y'all are still buying the bunnies and some of the ducks. Ducks sold this week, so now I don't feel so bad. This adorable little vintage guy, most of his paint is gone. He's barely got an eyeball left over here. He is a planter. He'd be so sweet, especially in the spring and summer, yes, but I think ducks are great all year round. Oh my gosh, he still has a tiny little bit of orange left. He was a Goodwill, $2.99, and he is up at $8.95. This might be a bit of a longer live today. I've got a lot of things and I want to paint. So if you can't hang out the whole time, that's okay. You can always come back and catch the replay later as well. But if you can hang out the whole time, that would be awesome too. Pair of bunnies. Bunnies have been selling. I asked, do y'all still want to see these guys all year round? And the answer was yes, overwhelmingly. I paid $12.95. I did not. I paid $3 for this set. They are up at $12.95 on my site. Super cute little just plain white set. And when it's plain white and neutral like this, I think it'll work all year round. All right. What is everybody up to this weekend? Who's decorating for fall? I'm just gonna check comments, make sure there's no questions so far. Ooh, Sue got the biscuit jar. Way to go, Sue. I'll show that next. Tracy's here, Barbara, Tiffany. Teresa's gonna be doing shell crafts. I cannot wait to see those, Teresa. Please send pics. Dee is here. Good morning, Dee. Dee is coming to the For the Love of Junk weekend. Tessie and Shannon. Awesome. Okay. So the biscuit jar Sue was talking about. This was a Savers find. Sammy had all three of her kids with us, and they are wonderful kiddos. The baby was a little tired. It was her nap time. So I remember, you know, Sammy was kind of finishing up with the baby, and I was just kind of browsing around. I thought I was done shopping, and then this hit me. It was eye level on the end of the kitchen aisle. Gorgeous. I saw the stamp, and at first it was kind of like, oh, I bet that was somebody's DIY. And then I saw the name, Fortnum and Mason. So this is a beautiful high-end company. They are in London, and they sell, like, this was a biscuit jar. It actually came full of biscuits. I looked this one up online, and it's supposed to have a lid. Mine doesn't. It was going for about $50 online. I listed mine up at $26.95 since it was missing the lid, and Sue scooped it up. I paid $6. Now, I am going to be doing a high-end dupe video. It's coming out tomorrow night. Promise. It's almost done. I am on top of it. 2 edited videos this week. But I'm duping this. So you'll see a little dupe of how I did this since you didn't get this one, and y'all can recreate one for yourself. So that was a really fun find. A couple of years ago, I found a F&M basket and I was just like, oh, this is cool. And I did a dupe on those and I sold it for, I don't know, cheap, and then figured out it was a really high-end brand. So now I know. Ooh, Paige, that sounds like fun. Ooh, Alyssa's here. Good morning, Junk Fairy. All right. Oh, I did do a quick little estate clean out in Topeka. It was very small this time. There wasn't much stuff at all. Alyssa, don't be mad at me. I didn't let you know because literally it was only a few items I grabbed. But this little tiny chair I got for free from that estate clean out. It does have a little break here in the back. Some hot glue, some super glue, wood glue. I'll fix it up. Wood glue would be best, I suppose, since it's wood, before I send it out. But it was free. I have it up at $6.95, and these make the cutest little holders for your little statues or whatever, a little pot of flowers. But this one is so cute, antique style. The squirrel came from the estate clean out as well. He is $3.95 up on my site, and I love that chippy paint. I don't know if it was made like this or just faded over the years, but he's so cute with his little baby. So for free, I snagged that. This was also in the estate clean out. I have slowed down on buying the cookie molds, the stoneware ones, because they're not selling super fast. I have quite a few in my collection on my website, in my inventory, I should say. But this one is gingerbread, and the holidays are coming up. So of course I grabbed this one. This one is Super Stone 1996 Sassafras Enterprises, made in the USA. And he's $8.95. What else? Okay, so from my little honey hole, I'll show you a couple things from that place. I found these adorable little houses, and everything there is half off of the marked price unless it says no half off. So these I paid $2 for. I have them listed up at $10.95, but they're double-sided. You can turn them around and they say Noel. So fall, winter. These primitive colors sold really well last year, last fall, and throughout the summer. So I'm thinking those houses will be popular. Good morning, Tracy. How's Topeka? I miss ya. Okay, Sammy thinks that this pig is made out of some kind of rock or stone. What do y'all think? Drop me a comment. He's very unique. He was $2. I have him listed up at $10.95, but I also love how he is like kind of chippy. I miss you. He's very unique. All right. From the free clean out, I scored 8 of these. This is in desperate need of a dusting, a cleaning. But y'all know me and my votive holders. I simply turn them upside down and I have a perfect little mini cloche. So now I have 8 of these up on inventory. I will cut a wooden round from some salvaged wood. I usually list them at $18.95. Today, they are only $16.95 since I got them for free. A little deal for y'all. The value is definitely still the same, even though I didn't have to pay for them, but sometimes I like to give y'all a little special. Oh, yay, Cynthia got her bird. Last week I showed I think I called it a plump bird, and we painted it. It was on my first edited video this week. She says she loves it, and I actually want to recreate that look live today on a metal shelf, Cynthia. So I think I'm gonna do it again because I'm obsessed too. Rusty grater, I paid $1 for this at the Honey Hole, the Chanel thrift store. It's up at $8.95. These are great for kitchen decor. You flip them upside down. You can also stick floral and hang them in the wall. They've got built-in nail holes already. Let me know how you decorate these if you have a clever idea. Hey, Dee Dee's at work, but she's watching and shopping, I see. Yeah, Grammy, Kansas says I'm going to be visiting Lewisburg, so that's where we are going to be flipping our finds. That's where Sammy has her booth. Love these geese. I love how short their little beaks are. They look a little different than most I see. Now, this guy has a couple little flea bites on it, and I did put that in the listing, but they are so stinking cute. Even though I said I was going to stop buying them, a few sold, so I'm glad I bought more. And these are $10.95. I paid $2. y'all have any requests for anything? That one also came from the Chanel thrift store. Anything you want me to look out for? Stephanie, I see you're on, and you bought, goodness, what did you buy? I just saw it, but I'm still looking for those jars for you. Just haven't seen them yet. More pigs, okay. Pottery was outstandingly popular last week. Every single piece that I listed sold. So I looked for more. This one is really neat. At first, all I saw was the flowers, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I think I'm gonna pass though. And then I saw the bird, and I was like, no way, I'm passing now. This was a $5 Goodwill find. Oh, I stopped by Goodwill in Topeka after I did the estate clean out. And it was, oh, I got a ton of half off tags this week. That was the other thing. This one wasn't half off. This is green. It was yellow, half off at Goodwill. But this is up at $18.95. Inexpensive rusty metal boxes. Okay, I can look out for those. I had one last big sale before the new year, or before the holiday season, and my toolbox is sold out. Easter chicks, okay. Always pick up these fun little crockery milk jugs. These are fun painted too if you don't love the design on them. They're so cute in the kitchen with spoons and such. I paid $1.50 for this, and it is up at $12.95. My goodness, I've got 60 people on already. Good morning, everyone. If y'all do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button if you're digging the haul so far, and send it over to a friend who doesn't know that we moved back to 10 a.m. That would be great. Share it in a group if you can. I would really appreciate it. Sammy sells the heck out of mugs. I, not so much, so I quit picking them up. But this one looked a little bit like pottery, so it caught my attention, and then I figured out what it says. This boss knows everything. And she's like, I looked at that, but I'm thinking then somebody has to buy it for their boss. And I'm like, I kind of want this. But I figured I'd list it up. When is Boss's Day? Does anybody know? I paid $2. It is $10.95. Oh, woohoo. Paige flipped one of the rusty boxes she got from me with an IOD transfer. I love the contrast of a piece of rusty metal and a beautiful IOD transfer. I bet it turned out amazing. This adorable little wooden crumb catcher was made in Japan, which I didn't notice until I went to list it. I find brass and silver and all kinds of these, but never wood. So I snagged it. It was $1 at Chanel thrift store, and I have it up at $10.95. It's gorgeous though. Very unique. Never seen a wooden one. These beautiful patinaed salt and pepper shakers. Oh, Suzanne, hold on a second. I'll tell you about it next. And $10.95 is what I have them listed for, and I paid $3. I thought about passing on them, and then I realized how thick and beautiful that glass is. They're definitely a little bit older. So Suzanne said she didn't see the black jack-o'-lantern listed. It must be because I'm keeping it. I'm so sorry. I will look for another one for you. I bet I can find one. I thought this was vintage, and then the bottom of it says 2019 Target. So I don't do a lot of Halloween decorating at all, but I'm keeping this to pass out candy with. I'm sorry. It's gonna look cute with my decor because I don't like that bright orange. I'm sorry. Let me show y'all what else I'm keeping so there's no more disappointment. I'm keeping this. I feel bad, but you know, y'all, I gotta keep some stuff, especially in this much bigger house. Look at this basket. I'm definitely taking the cherry blossoms out of it, but they're like really crammed in there, and I didn't want to break it anymore. So I'm gonna do that when I have a little more patience. Isn't it gorgeous? I'm in my black decor era for sure right now. The breakage, I even thought I could maybe like hang a little something out of the bottom, like it was like growing wildly. I don't know. I was thinking ivy, but I don't think I want to put ivy in it. Probably some natural dried floral, honestly. Anywho, I paid $5 for it. It's just a lot for a basket, but I loved it so much. So that is not going to be listed. These black books I'm keeping. I realized now that I've got a bigger place, I need more books. always pick up black Bibles. I think I've got a few black Bibles in inventory. If you're interested, you could just put in the search bar black Bible and they should pop up. But I needed more, so I'm keeping those. Suzanne, you know, I feel awful now. If I can't find another one, I'll message you. But I bet I can, honestly. This little beautiful pottery piece, I'm not keeping it. I think that's all I'm keeping. Yeah, that's it. Everything else is up for grabs if it's not sold already. This little pottery piece was a purple sticker, which was $1.98 that day at the Savers. So I definitely grabbed it. I'll go ahead and sell it with the floral. I used it to stage in one of my edited videos. So gorgeous though, $12.95 for this guy. This gorgeous little bowl. I like to think of these as like a mini dough bowl. I don't think it is. But this also, like, I've seen corn on the cob holders too, and they have like a little divot right there. So I don't know, just a little trinket tray, but it's definitely older or sat outside for a while. It's got some great patina to it. This one's $8.95. I paid $2 for it because it was so gorgeous. Great for keys, coins, jewelry by your sink. These little wooden bowls sell really well for me, but I always split them up into individuals because if I try to sell them like as a salad bowl set, like they usually are, they never really sell. So these are made in Japan. Really cute little wooden bowls, and they're like offset. How cute would that be with a little succulent just sitting in there, kind of propped up, a little Spanish moss. You could stick a pumpkin, a little faux pumpkin in there. Rings, again, anything. These are $6.95 each, I do believe. And I paid $3 for the stack of them. No, I'm so sorry, I lied. I paid $2 for the stack of them. They're $3.95 each. Since they're not very big. Those are cute. Snag those up. I should have charged a little more on those. It's okay. Another beautiful pottery piece, handmade. It's got the initials down in the bottom. This one is $14.95, and it's actually a honey jar with a dipper, and you get both. The dipper will come with it. And I bought it just like this. I didn't add the dipper. How beautiful are those colors? Obsessed with pottery right now. Drop me a comment. Let me know if you're also obsessed with pottery. I found 2 bells at Savers. They were $3.50 each, and I have them up at $12.95. This is bell 1, and this is bell 2. Brass bell 1 and brass bell 2. Bells are very popular sellers for me, and I figure as we get even closer to the holidays, they will become more popular. They'd be so cute in my Christmas vignette. See, that's a great idea. Teresa said that she used some burlap to cover up holes on a basket. That is a fabulous idea. I like the decrepitness of it being broken. I even thought I might take a little decrepit dust around the holes and make it look even more decrepit. Oh, that's funny, Suzanne. So she said she was shopping, she bought some other things. She was also looking for that black basket and that we have the same tastes. And that is very true. Your orders are always gorgeous and I'm always drooling over them. If I so happen to sell them in the future, I will let you know. Because y'all know I filter through my decor. I put my personal stuff up occasionally too. Adorable little boot jack here. I love the stamping on it. I paid up just a little bit. This was $4, but it does have, it's really, you know, you could totally still use this. It's got the leather here, the great stamping, a little non-slip pad on the back. It was originally $4.99 at the Family Center. I bought it at, I think, Savers for $4. And I have it up at $12.95. It says Harrisonville, Versailles. Oh, that's Kentucky. That's where my friend lives. And Farmington. How funny is that? Sorry if that was loud, the squeal of excitement. This was a brown tag, which was half off Salvation Army that day. So I paid $2.50 for this adorable little wall grater. Thought about painting it, but I thought I would give it a chance with the teal. It's got a little bit of patina, a little bit of age, not much. And then if it doesn't sell teal, I'll paint it up with some milk paint. I don't know if it's food safe, honestly, so I would say decor only. I don't know what paint they used on it, whoever did this. So, decor use. I would stick some flowers in this. It is up at $10.95. I'm sorry, I am particularly thirsty today. My Accutane medicine makes me so dry, and it has been awful. It's probably kind of getting used to the new place too. This was purple tag. I paid $1.98 at Salvation Army. Teresa said squeal away. I know, guys, I'm wild. I'm so happy y'all love me. $1.98 for this beautiful crock. This is an equal opportunity kitchen, it says, and you can tell this was stamped in there before it was glazed. I looked these up online and they were like $50, 40 to 50. I couldn't find a maker online though. So I priced mine at $19.95. It does have an eye in here, so maybe this is a handmade, like hand done piece. Really not sure, but it's gorgeous. And if you wanted to too, you could turn it around and just have a plain crock. Very pretty light pale cream color with the blue stripe. So definitely grabbed that for under $2. The thrifting is good around here. But why? Why so many stickers? That's what I want to know. I don't ever get that. There's an empty box. All right, a crockery set. This has the pitcher. It has some kitchen fuzz. I will give it a good clean before I ship it. Little grease and then a little dust, kitchen fuzz. But that's okay, it's gonna be beautiful, all cleaned up. $22.95, you get the pitcher and 2 mugs. I paid $7. How cute are these? Little drippy glaze right there. I love that imperfection on it. And I thought this was like, no, that's just sticky. Ew, 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 ew. You know, that's what happens when you get thrifted things. Okay, this has already sold, I noticed, and I sold a black crock last week. He knows me, Suzanne, that's funny. Tell him I said hello. What's your hubby's name? I sold the black crock last week. I found another one. I got this one for $2 and it sold at $14.95. Another beautiful pottery piece. This was a Savor Goodwill find. I lied. Goodwill, and yellow was half off that day. I found so many half off tags this week. That never happens to me. It was like thrifting heaven. So I paid $4 on this one. It's up at $14.95. Love this warm color. Love the shape. It almost reminds me of an acorn. So I thought it'd be great for fall. Lid comes off and it's in great condition. Obsessed with the pottery. It looks like it's doing pretty well this week, so I will keep buying it if y'all keep buying it. Okay, so let me know if you've heard of this Crown Lynn Earthstone from New Zealand. When I Google lensed this, it came up super rare, and this little thing was like $45. It actually is a sugar and creamer. I thought it was just a cute little pottery piece, but it has a creamer. I don't have the whole set. I listed this up at $14.95 and I paid $2. It's like, there's no way I'm charging 40 bucks for this. But if you are a collector of dishes, this might be a really good buy for you. I'm not sure. I didn't do any more research because all I could find was that one listing. So maybe it is super rare. Might be worth checking out. I just loved the colors and the fact that it had a lid. More crockery. Yes, please. Home Sweet Home. Blue on this. It looks like this was actually glazed on as well. It's got some really good crazing. Not sure if you can tell, but they still have the plugs. So I would say these are probably still functional. You know, use at your own risk. I paid $2. They're up at $10.95. Woo, that's a lot of junk today. It was actually only like, I think 57 items, but it seemed like a big haul. somebody, I'm not sure who, but I noticed somebody saved the planters. I asked on a reel if I should paint these because I got them with the intention of doing a dupe, a concrete planter dupe. And so many people said they're beautiful, don't paint them. And somebody bought them, so I won't. They are pretty. And a lot of people do use that navy color in the fall. They would look cute with a bright orange pumpkin if you have like a boho themed house. I guess. Okay, so they were half off, $1.50. I paid $5.50 for all three, and I sold them at $16.95. They are really pretty. I don't hate them. I was just going to dupe them. Beautiful little hand-turned candlestick pair. I paid $4 on the set. They are up at $14.95. It's a great time to start collecting candlesticks, wood and brass. These little ones are great for tablescapes, for the holidays, whether you actually put candles in them or not. They are gorgeous to decorate with. Aluminum cup. I paid $2. It's up at $6.95. They always sell really well. I do have decor only in the listing. I wouldn't recommend using it. Kathy said she's happy as well that I didn't paint them. All right, y'all won. I asked and y'all won. If they didn't sell, I was gonna do it anyway, but they sold. Y'all proved me wrong. Always pick up these cute little aluminum pieces. I know a lot of people like to decorate with aluminum in their kitchens. We've got some more wood bowls. These are Hellerware. They're made in China, not Japan. They're gorgeous, warm wood, and I thought they'd be cute with a little orange pumpkin in them, or black pumpkin, or white pumpkin. Just chilling, just hanging out. If you're a crafter or a maker, something like this with a little pumpkin in it in your booth space or your store for a low price point. You know, sometimes when people come in, they can't afford the $50 item or the $200 piece of furniture, but they want to grab something. So I always recommend, if you have a booth space, a storefront, have price points all over the place, and a little craft like this is so fun and good for the mind. And they just make your booth look pretty when you have more florals, in my opinion. So I still always pick those little things up and y'all scoop them up. So that works out. So let's look at this spoon because I keep looking at it and laughing. And I'm gonna try to train myself to walk this way where it's not squeaky. We'll see. Might have to scoot that table over a little. Look at it. Look at it, look at it, look at it. It is 24 inches long. And I paid $2, which is kind of ridiculous for a wooden spoon, but it's got great patina. It's got a little chunk out of it. And I figured most people don't have a 2-foot spoon in their collection. He is up at $6.95. Charlotte is late as usual. That's okay. That's okay. I also figured if you needed, you could have more of a reach with this one. Could be a weapon. Cute little apothecary jar. This one has some great etching in it. So I always grab these up. I've got several on my site right now if you were wanting to start a collection. I paid $2 on this one and it is up at $14.95. I'm running out of space for my breakables. Another bell. I think somebody dropped a whole bell collection off at the Goodwill. We've got brass and wood. This one still has the knocker in it. It is a solid bell. It'd be a great school bell. I paid $3.50 for this one as well. It's up at $12.95. This wood cup we are going to DIY today. I'm gonna add a transfer to this one. Look how gorgeous it is down here. It'd be beautiful just as is as well, but I wanna add a deer transfer to it for fall. So $12.95 listed up with the transfer and I paid $2. Chippy green masher I paid $2 for as well. It's up at $8.95. Great color for a Christmas vignette. Yep, y'all tell your friends we are back to this 10 a.m. time, Central Standard Time, in case they haven't heard yet. Sammy's kids schooled me on this one. I picked it up at Salvation Army. It was brown tag, obviously. So I only paid $2.50 for it. And I was up at the register. I was like, Sammy, what do you think this is? And her kids in unison were like, it's a bird feeder. I'm like, duh, Brie. Just missing a little something here, a little hangy-hoo something. But I love this. The wood, the metal, so many options. You can put stuff down inside of it, fill it with something. Ooh, the apothecary jar is Princess House Crystal. Is that worth more than I have it listed for, girl? And you could also hang floral out here off the side or something. Like, it just was cute. It just spoke to me. It's got some great height, which would add some height to your vignette. And it was only $2.50, so I grabbed it. I didn't know it was a bird feeder either. So. Oh, I forgot to list this guy. He's hanging out up here. Darn it. He's cute too. I will list him as soon as this live is over. He'll be $10.95 for this little copper jug. I paid $2 for him. I love the uniqueness, and I think this one would actually hold water still. Let me put this here so I don't forget. Ice tongs, great patina. I paid $1. They're up at $6.95. Little black resin tumbler was free from the estate clean out. It is $8.95. Pencil cup, whatevs, little floral thing. Oh yeah, this was originally from Kmart. It made me laugh. And it's Abbey Hill. Does anybody recall Abbey Hill? I didn't do a lot of Kmart shopping. I think Mom took us there a little bit when we lived in Hutchinson. But once we moved to Topeka, the Kmart was like closing down. So it made me laugh. Abbey Hill collection from Kmart. Maybe it's collector. I doubt it. I asked after I put up the thrifting video from Chanel if I should go back for this piece, and several people said yes. I paid $6 for it. Wait, no, $4 for it, which seems a little, I don't know, seemed a little high, but honestly, you've got 4 pieces here, so it was $1 per piece. It's missing the rolling pin, which irritated me, but I'm sure you could find one that fit in there with a little bit of hunting. So pretty unique piece. It's got the masher, the spoon, the tenderizer. Oh, and it has a maker's mark in it, on it. It's High Mark, if that rings a bell with anybody. Super cute. I like the warm wood tone too. The warm woods in the fall, especially, and then like in the spring, I tend to gravitate more towards like weathered wood and cool wood. Look at this adorable piece. I'm not sure it's handmade, maybe so. Super cute, beautiful green with the chicken wire, and then it's got a really dark wood inside. Just a little counter cabinet, kind of hide your stuff. It'd be really cute to decorate up too. I paid $5 on this piece. It is up at $19.95. Here is the shelf we're going to paint today. So we're going to do one paint, and while paint's drying and curing a little bit, we'll work on that transfer. Oh, Stephanie, that's funny. Yeah, I was born in Hutch, and I grew up there. I lived there till I was like 7.5 or 8, and then I moved to Topeka. Small world. The things I remember the most from Hutchinson is the Kansas State Fair and the Cosmosphere. Kmart was my very first job when it was alive and well, telling my age. That's okay, Charlotte. That is okay. So this shelf, I paid up a little bit. I think it was $4. Normally, I would have only wanted to pay like $2 or $3 for the size. But this tin is really pretty to paint and always sells well for me. And I'm going to sell it for $19.95 after I paint it up. I called this a high-end thrift haul this week because I thought I had some really nice high-end pieces. Between the pottery, the warm woods, there's some linens this week, which I don't always do. And then I wanted to make this look a lot more high-end. So we're gonna do a better, like coppery finish on it. And then I think I'm gonna do the top black. If somebody has bought it and you're on, let me know. I'll check before I paint it, but that's what I was thinking. $3.99 at the Goodwill for this beautiful copper rose trivet. You can use it as a trivet. It's got 3 out of the 4 rubber stoppers. These you can buy replacements on Amazon though. And this one hangs as well. This one was made in '83. It is 4 years older than me. It's vintage. I am almost vintage. Oh, these also aren't listed up because I'm going to DIY them. They were $1 a piece, and these little attachments are going to just pop off when I wiggle them back and forth. And what I was thinking is I'm going to turn them upside down and DIY them into Christmas trees. Find some cute little way to make a wooden trunk for them. So stay tuned. Those will be on an upcoming DIY. Oh, that's gonna make my life a lot easier. There is like a little, these must have been votive holders or something. I wasn't sure how it was gonna get the trunk to stop, not just fall up in the middle of it, so it's great. This little wooden bowl is sold, I do believe, I paid $2 for it, sold it at $6.95. I looked for more of this shape. I love it, kind of reminds me of like a bear claw or something, or a shell, but I could only find one. That was also at the Chanel thrift store. All right, this blanket, I paid $3.99 for it. I do believe I have it up at $29.95. It is gorgeous. Oh, Dee Dee, darn it. She bought the wooden cup and she doesn't want the transfer. That's okay, girl. I won't put a transfer on it. We'll just paint the shelf and see if I have anything else to work on. Anywho, this has just a little bit, just a couple little pilling balls. Nothing crazy. I'm gonna hit it with my fabric shaver before I ship it out. Doesn't stink, and it is just a beautiful brown and cream. I thought it would be great for fall. Little frilly ends. I don't buy a ton of blankets because I can't find them very much anymore. But when I do, they sell pretty quick usually. This came from the estate clean out as well, so it was free. It is a vintage easel. She had it listed for $2 at the sale. It has a name on it somewhere. Where is it? Right there. Tomisaka, Japan. It's got some beautiful paint drips, just that gorgeous antique patina to it, or vintage. I don't know how old it is exactly. I couldn't find one exactly like it. The little leather strap, and then when you open it up, here's I'm just open it. Because I don't think I'm using all of the right words. I'm not a canvas artist. Oops, this would also be really fun. See, it gets taller too, but this would be really fun to display a piece of artwork on as well. If you are also not a canvas artist like me. The legs extend, so you just gotta like mess with it until it's even. And then the easels, the canvas stand. I hope Dion or that group of DIY friends isn't on right now, all my canvas friends. Anyway, it's adjustable, so you can move it up and down. The legs get taller. I looked these up, and like the big, tall, standing ones were like $200, and these little table ones were like $50. I didn't know exactly what I had, so I didn't go too crazy with the pricing. $24.95. Look how beautiful that is. But again, if you do not paint canvas, if you just wanted to display something, a sign or a piece of art on this, it would be gorgeous. And it all wraps up pretty and travels with you. Love it. It's okay. Dee Dee says she meant to say Brie, not bro. So autocorrect loves to turn Brie into bro. It happens all the time. And it actually makes me laugh because I used to be quite the gym rat. I still love to work out, but I was a personal trainer, and I was usually surrounded by a bunch of guys calling each other bro. So it makes me think of that, and it makes me laugh. This basket was from the estate clean out. I don't grab all the baskets from the clean outs because then I would really be a basket hoarder, but I grabbed this one because it's beautifully made. I love the shape, how it kind of dips down, and then that rope detail. It's a little big, so it'll be a little tricky to ship. I think I listed it up at $29.95. All right, get some of that bigger stuff out of the way. And we are about ready to paint. Y'all make my life hard sometimes. I love you, but I was also going to paint these in a beautiful, drippy, high-end, gorgeous finish. Oh, seriously, Dee Dee? That's awesome. She was born in Japan. I think Dee Dee bought these. So many people said, don't paint the beautiful black finials. They're pretty basic, right? They were probably Hobby Lobby. I can't tell. The stickers are gone. They were half off at Goodwill. They were only $4 each. I paid $8 on the set, and they sold quickly at $26.95. There's just a couple little imperfections on them, but in the picture, if you notice, I did get them turned to where they don't have a lot of imperfection. I was gonna paint them. Somebody bought them, didn't want them painted, so they get to deal with a couple little scratches. I think it was Dee Dee. And she's giving me a hard time anyway, so there, Dee Dee. Gorgeous copper planter, little hammered, a little patina, perfect shape. Gorgeous. I think I'd love to see if you redid them. Vicki, I can do a drippy paint finish on something else. I will do that on a video next week. I'm dying to paint more. This was $5 at the Goodwill, but I thought it was worth it for the height. Took a gamble. I have it up at $16.95. Would be gorgeous with some dried baby's breath in it. I'm in my dried floral phase right now. I'm just looking at like plastic greenery and stuff, and it's great to stage your booth with. Don't get me wrong. I know people love faux greenery and faux plants, but like right now in my home, it's just looking so faux. So I've been using baby's breath and things like that a lot more. This gorgeous antique rolling pin, I have it up at $12.95. Oh, that's a steal of a deal, y'all. And I think I got it for free. It's been in my stash just hanging out, so I grabbed it and put it in this haul because I thought the warm woods went really well. It is older. I think somebody tried to fill the crack in it at one point too, so that's really neat. That's a good deal. Y'all better go snag that. $12.95 if it's not sold already. Another gorgeous warm wood product. I don't pick up too many of these. They'll sell down slowly, and then when I'm down to one or two, I'll grab more. But I am down to just one, well, now two in my inventory. This one's gorgeous. It's that beautiful warm wood. If you're not a wine drinker, you can put rolled towels in this. You can put rolling pins in this. And then the other day I was watching a cleaning YouTube video because that's like my favorite thing in the world. Mom put one of these in her boy's room and put his little stuffed animals in there. How cute, up on top of his dresser. Like his little Beanie Baby sized stuffed animals. I was like, that is genius. I wish I would have thought of that when Elena was little. So really high-end way to decorate your child's room. They're stuffed animals, because we all know stuffed animals, they take up so much space. That copper vase would be $40 in a shop. Girl, go get it. That's a good deal. I do try to stay under boutique pricing. I do try to stay under Etsy pricing, eBay pricing, if I can. If something's super, super valuable and I know it, then, you know, I get my money's worth, but I try to be reasonable. Okay, you're seeing the camera and all the junk on the floor. Don't judge me. But this beautiful little cabinet was half off. I paid $6 for it. I painted it up in Oh Olive milk paint. Was actually the color of the month this month. So until the end of August, Oh Olive is 35% off. It's such a good color, and milk paint is like the perfect, there's a drawer, don't fall. The perfect vintage chippy look. Okay, so I added this fun little rusty, crusty hook. It might have been like a screen door holder or something, because that didn't want to stay shut all the way. So it's got a fun little salvaged hook on it, 2 drawers, so cute. It does have hangers on it as well. So if you wanted to hang it, great. If you wanted to put it on a dresser or something, great. I think I have it up at $26.95. It was originally a Hobby Lobby piece for $24.95. I got it for $6. I added a little paint, so we took the price up just a little in value. This was free from the estate clean out. Super cute. Fruit bowl, wood and metal, just basic. $10.95 up on my site. Did we do it? Oh, I dropped one thing. This basket was also a half off sticker. Love the oval color on it. Oh, oval color. Oval shape. And I love the color on it. It was $1.50. It's up at $12.95. It'd be really cute to like add a little bit of floral or something and hang. Basket wall collection. Also really cute sitting like this. I think it's a good enough size that you could do a little centerpiece on the table. Okay. Oh. Green cowbell. I paid $1, it's $6.95. Great for Christmas. Okay. I want to see if the shelf sold. Then I also want to see if I missed any questions. Okay, so the wood cup sold. I'm not going to paint it. Ooh, the bird and flower pottery picture sold. The acorn shaped pottery sold. The small wood dish is gone. That cute little green cabinet is gone. Brass bell, black crock, the planter trio, the finials. Oh, that oval basket is already sold. Okay, good to know. All right, the shelf doesn't look like it has sold yet, so I'm gonna do what I want. I put up an edited video this week. If y'all haven't caught it, please go check out my channel. Make sure the notification bell is on to all, because I have kind of dropped down in the algorithm being so busy moving. If y'all could just go to any of my most recent videos, thumbs up, leave a comment, send it to a friend. It will help get my channel rolling again. But the point of that is I did an edited video with that bird and people went crazy, so I thought we could do it on this shelf too. This copper patina they had on here was like an almost for me, but just not great. Vicky said, are you going to get another booth now that you moved? Well, Vicky, I have been thinking long and hard about that. I have went and talked to one little local antique shop. They weren't quite the perfect fit for what I do. They're super cute, but just not exactly my style. And I need to do a little more research about the area and which town would be best and all that good stuff. I have been thinking about it, but I've also been thinking long and hard about my own place. So my own little shop and not just a booth. So we'll see what happens. It's gonna be just a little bit, probably after the winter. Probably won't decide anything till like the spring. Okay, to make my copper patina, I like to mix Pennies from Heaven and DIY Dark and Decrepit. These are both in the liquid patina line, so they've got a built-in sealer. No need to seal them after you have them on your project. I think this is just a little too orange, which is why I don't like this. So I like to mix a little dark and decrepit in with it. I think it gives it more of an aged copper look. I usually just do like 50-50. I never measure. Let me know if you've tried these patinas before. And then when I mix it up, you can see it's just a lot less orange. If you get it too dark, you can kind of play around with it. I like this. I like this. I am going to add just a touch more of the copper. Mix it up to your liking. I do suggest if you're working on a bigger project, make sure you mix up enough. You probably won't be able to get the exact same color again. And I'm going to use one of my Klingon brushes because they're really easy to clean, and this will just kind of fall out. Jane says that's a great idea. The copper is kind of bright. Yes, it reminds me of like a brand new shiny copper. This is just a little dusty, so I'm just going to hit it with some Windex. Windex is actually a really great all-purpose cleaner for your thrift flips. And I know some furniture flippers who clean their furniture down with it too. Just want to give this patina the best chance as possible to stick. DIY products usually don't really require a lot of prepping, sanding, priming, but I do like to at least clean my stuff off. Yeah, this is a little darker than I think I mixed up the bird, but I like it. We're just gonna even this out, and then we'll use one of our fun waxes to give some fun patina to it. I also like to paint these tin shelves and then wet distress back the details, or use a wax and highlight the details, but I wanted to do something just a little bit different. And since it's metal, I thought copper finish would be great. Oh, yay! Suzanne bought it. Hooray! Sorry, I missed that. Maybe you bought that earlier, or maybe you just bought it. I didn't think it had sold. I'm glad you're happy. I know that the copper look isn't for everybody. Not everybody loves copper like me. You're wrong, but okay. Let me know what your favorite metal is. I had been picking up some tarnished silver and it was selling pretty well, and then I guess I kind of forgot about it again. Let me know what you're wanting. This is metal over here too. So I've got these paint and products that you see and all my flips all loaded up on my site, upcycledbybrie.com. The stuff that I'm using right now is going to be in the DIY paint collection. I know I do have some new followers here, new subscribers. And this brush will be in the brush collection. This shelf is already sold, but I see these in the thrift store all the time, so y'all could definitely recreate this look with the products at home. And these liquid patinas, they are a little on the higher side of the price range of the DIY products, but I will tell you they go very, very far. So if you look at that price tag and you have a little sticker shock, just know that they're gonna go far. And look at that coverage with just one coat. I'm gonna do about a coat and a half. I'll do a little touch up. I'm gonna hit it with the heat gun and dry it up real quick while I check comments. That's a great, okay, the copper's bright. I love the antique color you create. Thank you, Teresa. Vicky also loves to redo the pressed tin. Oh, Ladybug says to get the same color, she uses a big syringe. That's smart. And then that way it doesn't all dry out. Jane asked if I finished my hutch. I went live on Facebook and started decorating my hutch. I have not, Jane. I wanted to finish my high-end dupe video. I staged everything up over there on that black hutch. It looks so good. And I'm gonna finish decorating it this weekend. I can hop on Facebook, maybe, and finish it live. Sometimes I really have to focus to like finish projects. And when I'm on, I'm talking to everybody, and you know how squirrely I get. Bonnie says, what colors do I usually paint these? Sometimes I'll paint them white when they're dark like this, and then I'll wet distress back the details, the dark details. I painted them gray and did like a fun drippy finish. Marty just bought those off my site last week. I think that's mostly it. Oopsie. I can't put the sides. I've probably done them more. I think I've done one in Hey Sailor and did a white wax on it. Hey Sailor is like a navy blue. A lot of times when you see actual old ceiling tins in buildings and stuff, they're white or gray. A lot of them have been painted, but then some of them originally were copper. Vicky, no, that olive cabinet, that little one on Facebook, it is still available? Let me double check. The little green one from today sold. Make sure when you're heat gunning this patina, no, it's still available. The big one's still available at $26.95. It's called the Chippy Green Cabinet. Make sure you're being careful when you're heat gunning your patinas, because since they have kind of a built-in sealer, built-in top coat, whatever, they will bubble. And that's not what I want today. Y'all know I love a good bubbly paint finish, but not what I'm going for today. Like bubbly and then distressing it. I don't just leave the bubbles. Stephanie said that her mom, my comments went back a little bit, used to use those wooden spoons to spank them. And she would have been in big trouble if they had that one. See, that's what I was thinking. I never got punished in that fashion. I think I got spanked a couple times, but like my mom and grandma were pushovers, I'm not even gonna lie. and I was the youngest. I probably could have used a couple of good swats. Okay, I'm gonna let that cool down for just a second on the metal, and I'm going to grab some black velvet. And since me and Suzanne have the same style, she bought this. I know that she'll like the copper and the black together. This makes me feel a little better since you didn't get the basket or the jack-o'-lantern. But I will be on the lookout for more black decor this week. I'm using scissors to open my paint can. Don't do that, it's not safe. And I shook that up a little bit. My can's a little bit older. And because it's a little bit older, I'm going to dip straight into it. Also something you shouldn't usually do. And actually I'm gonna make a mess if I do that. I'll be a good example. We'll pour out into another container. I say that because DIY paint is all natural. It has no preservatives in it. So if you start dipping a dirty brush in it over and over again, it can get stinky and not really very fun to work with. So this is already black, but it was a little chippy and it was a little shinier than I wanted. I want the top to be pretty matte and really help that copper shine, be the star of the show. Usually I try to let that copper patina dry overnight before I go in and wax it. Since it's got the built-in top coat, it takes a little bit longer to dry than the DIY clay-based paint. But I'm not really going to be like sticking my brush deep down into details and running the risk of pulling that patina off. So I think it'll be okay. My point is, let your patina dry overnight before you wax it, if possible. But on this project, we're gonna be all right. That bird, I let it cure overnight because it had a lot of really deep details in it, and I knew if I started cramming my brush in there with the wax, it was gonna start lifting the copper patina. I'm also being lazy here. I could switch out some brushes. I've got ones that would do this edge a little bit better, but black paint is not the easiest to wash out. I'm using the little dipper right now. This is one of Debbie's DIY brushes, also available on my site. Highly recommend. They're so soft. They're made specifically to work with DIY paint. They'll help reduce brush strokes if that's something you are concerned about. I love the thickness and texture of DIY paint. That's why I use it. But some people don't like all those brush strokes. So there's the feather and the smoothie. They're gonna be great for blending and minimizing those brush strokes. This little dipper fits great down into the sample jars and the wax jars. The Perfectionist is great for detail work. And then you've got the Multitasker, which is a bigger one, more furniture based and for bigger projects. I love my Klingon brushes just as well too. I like to use them with milk paint since the milk paint is a little harder to clean out. Okay. Yahoo! We got more orders rolling in. All right, Ladybug, have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks for hanging out today. All right, y'all are quiet. Any questions? I'm just over here talking to myself. Any questions? Anything else y'all want me to look for here in Independence? There's some great shopping available. I'm gonna try out a couple new stores this week. I've been getting up my thrifting vlogs over on my lifestyle channel. So if y'all aren't subscribed to that one and you wanna watch me shop, check down in the description box. I have it linked. You can see me shop for all these things that I show on Saturday. And I will have some like house videos, room makeovers, that kind of stuff coming. I've just got to really finish getting settled in. I've been here 2 weeks now. And of course, getting the business up and running is the main priority. And then I can go do more of the fun stuff, like finishing my hutch. Tessie, this is black velvet. So DIY Paint has two blacks. They have Little Black Dress and Black Velvet. Little Black Dress is more of a true black. This one seems like more of a matte black. Pulls like really, almost like really, really dark gray. And then when you seal it, it looks a little black, more black. And then the copper is a 50-50 mix of dark and decrepit and pennies from heaven. let's look at our coverage. Oh, this is looking so much cuter. Oh, I missed a piece. Our coverage is pretty good. There's a couple spots like right here where it's just a little streaky, and I don't want it to be streaky, so I'm gonna go in and do one more like half coat of this patina. Oh, yahoo! Dee thrifted one of these shelves. She said it's 2 foot long. That's a beast. And didn't know what to do with it, and now she does. Awesome, Dee. Dee, are you part of my Facebook creative group? I'm sure you're in Sammy's. Are you also in mine? It's called Upcycled by Brie, a creative group on Facebook. And I love when y'all drop your projects and your pictures in there. So if you're not part of that, please check it out. I need to drop that in our event page too. For the Love of Junk event page. That's a private group. Once you buy a ticket, you'll be added to that. But I should drop my creative group in there later. Okay. Somebody remind me. There's always things. I sit here and talk to myself for an hour, and then when I'm not live anymore, I'm like, what did I say I wanted to do? I need to set my Alexa up in here so she can set reminders for me. But then it would set reminders on everybody else's too, so that might be bad. Yahoo, Dee, please do. I want to see your shelf when you're done with it. Do you have both of these products? Or all of these products? Or what kind of paint do you like to use? I'm assuming you're a DIY paint fan if you follow Sammy and I, but I don't always like to make assumptions because I'm not always right. I'm usually wrong. Can Dark and Decrepit be used as a glue like the other patinas? Like a glue? Oh, you mean like a decoupage medium almost? I would say yes. The crystal clear chandelier is liquid patina. Obviously it's clear. I decoupage with that one a lot. Over Big Top, it dries a little faster. So you could probably do the same thing with these. There's gray, there's dark, there's gold. Here's Olden Gray. And then here's Golden Ticket. I figured D, but like I said, I hate to make assumptions. So on the bird that I did, it was requested, Cynthia requested a blue patina. Now I use Shipwrecked, which is a teal wax, and it provides a great like verdigris kind of effect. But when she said blue, I was like, oh, I only have teal. And then a light switch went off, and I was like, let me add some of the blue elixir making powder. And I made this beautiful blue patina because copper ages a little differently. Sometimes it's a green, sometimes it's more blue. I think I've noticed when copper ages down by the shore, like by salt water or whatever, the patina is a lot more blue. Vicky doesn't have the copper. Yes, you should grab it, Vicky. That container will last forever. Well, not literally forever, but a little goes a very long way. You can also take this and just like dip your finger in it and like rub it along the edges of your projects to highlight details. It's not a gilding wax because we have the Golden Rule gilding wax, and that takes longer to dry. This dries quicker if you use it on your finger and have a little more control of where it goes. It looks gorgeous with Bohemian Blue. And Farm Fresh and Apothecary. Obviously I like it with black. It would look really pretty with Blue Iris. And Hey Sailor, I keep sticking my finger in the wet. Okay, let me focus. Shannon, am I out of olive quartz? I should have one in stock. Unless it just sold today. I will not have any in before the end of August, but I will be placing orders at the end of August, and I can honor that sale for you if I don't get it in time. If you need it sooner, I might be able to hook you up with a 2-pint little hookup special if I have enough in inventory. So just email me if you don't mind, upcycledbybrie@hotmail.com, and we will work something out. Okay, I got too close on that one and I bubbled it a little bit. So I'm just gonna push them down. That's why I like to let this dry on its own. It's okay. No worries, Suzanne, no worries. It's okay. Woo-wee. This weekend is making me hot. That's one thing about this big old house. It does not cool down like my little tiny house did. I am so ready for fall. All right, let's give that a second to cool. How long have I done DIY, says Vicky. How long have I sold the paint line, or how long have I been doing this? My YouTube channel is about to be 3 years old in January. That's crazy. I had my booth just a little bit longer than that. I haven't had a booth for almost a year now. So I've been DIYing for like 3.5 years, 4 years. I've always been a little crafty. I painted my first apartment's set of furniture, kitchen furniture. It used to be my mom's. She handed it down to me. I painted it with a gallon of clearance wall paint. And that's when Elena was like little. I think I was still pregnant. I probably shouldn't have even been using the paint, honestly. So it's been there. The desire and the love of creating has been there. I need black wax. Okay. And I always loved art when I was younger. I dabbled in like painting and drawing and stuff a little bit more when I was younger. I don't really do that a lot anymore, although I like to doodle and stuff. Sorry, I'm still trying to remember where I put all of my supplies, y'all. I know I'm walking in circles today. I'm gonna seal up the top of this with DIY black wax, and I am dipping right into this wax container because it's like gone. But that's gonna richen this black paint up, make it look a little bit darker, and using wax over a clear coat is going to help keep it a little more matte appearing. Again, I really wanted that copper to be the shining star of this piece, so I didn't want the top to be too shiny. I'm just gonna apply this nice even layer, not too thick, over the entire piece using a chippy brush. I like to use chippy brushes so I can throw them away after, 10, 20 uses, depending on how long it takes it to get gross. But I hate washing my wax brushes. I don't even mind washing paint brushes that much. I'm pretty good about it. I usually try to do it the same day and not let them sit in water overnight too long. Unless they're Klingons, then I do. But wax brushes, no thanks. You could also just use a clear wax over this and get a nice matte finish. But I wanted to darken up this paint just a bit. If you are painting a big piece of furniture black, highly recommend using black wax to give it a really rich look, or dark wax. And use a black bristle brush or like black rag to apply your wax, and that will avoid getting lint and these like chippy brown bristles all up in your project. Okay, so wax is applied. I'm just going to take a little paper towel here. I'll wipe off any excess. And that again, just help make sure I have a nice even layer. After 24 hours of this drying, you can take a dry, clean cloth and buff it to a pretty shine, or use a buffing brush. But I usually don't. I like to leave mine looking pretty matte, so I don't usually buff my wax up. I just ran to the garage to grab that shelf. I measured it 3 feet. Whoa, Z, that's crazy. That's way long. Are you keeping it, or are you going to sell it? Okay, now for the fun part. Here's what we're looking like. Let me show you. A beautiful copper color, nice black top. Very, very pretty, right? I'm gonna take and add just a little bit of patina to it. So I'll mix a little bit of my shipwrecked. I actually need this. with a little bit of elixir, and we're gonna do that blue patina. How long have I been on? Yeah, a little longer than usual. Good. I owed you after last week's short live, and you don't need much of this. It's a very highly pigmented powder. It's called DIY Making Powder. This color is elixir. You can use it and add it into waxes and paints like this to modify your color a little bit. You can also add it to like the clear patina and make it glaze. You can add it to water and it turns into a fun watercolor style product. And you can just sprinkle it onto your projects, like the decrepit dust. That's a little more blue than I want. I'm gonna add just a little more wax in. And then I'll just add, put some like saran wrap or something over this and it'll stay good for another project. So now instead of having that teal patina, you have more of the blue patina. Ta-da! So pretty. No, Vicky, please ask all the questions you want. That's why I'm here, and that's why I love going live and doing projects, because then y'all can ask in real time. I've got my little chip brush that I used on the bird, so I'm just going to dip it into the wax, and then I'm going to work in small sections around this piece. I've let it cool down now so my wax doesn't melt. I'm going to put it on a small little section and then take a clean paper towel. Usually I have rags. I'm paid to be so wasteful today. Clean paper towel, and then I will rub it off of the high points. You can see how it's going to leave just a little blue patina down in those details. Gorgeous. Let's work on this. Maybe I'll come around to the front here. Or just move my camera. Y'all can see what I'm doing a little better. Whoop, bumpy ride, sorry about that. I don't want to overdo it. I'm going to do a little blue here, and then I want a little of the plain teal as well. We're going to do a little mixy matchy. I like to apply it pretty nice and thick. It might waste a little bit more, but then if you apply it really thick, it just sits in those grooves and it has texture like a patina would. And it's not just like a smooth wax job. Does that make sense? That's also why I like to use the chip brush, because it'll give me more texture. Yahoo! Suzanne left for a little bit and just got back. I will show you here in a second. Vicki said she wants making powders now. All right, I'm about to make it even worse. Look at some of these colors. I don't have all of them open that I have available on my site. Amazing. If you are a lover of color, the making powders are where it's at. Y'all know me, I can be a little boring. I like a pretty neutral decor palette. I've really been into the black decor lately. So I've been trying to get out of my comfort zone a little bit here. But I also know I've got a ton of viewers and subscribers that like my style and like the neutral. So, you know, gotta stay consistent. I know it looks really crazy when I first put that wax on and you're like, oh girl, what are you doing? You're ruining it. But I'm not, I promise. And then I just kind of wipe off extra on those flat spots. That way it stays nice and shiny on those parts. And it's a little more dull where the patina is. Very, very pretty. I would show you the bird in comparison, because this one doesn't have really deep grooves. This one is a little bit different detail, but I already shipped the bird out, so I'll do more fun pieces in this patina if it keeps selling like this for sure. Because I don't think it's over the top. It's not too much color for my taste. I would totally decorate with this in my home, even though it's got this fun blue pop. Okay, so I'm about wrapped up with this. That's gonna be it for today. Does anybody have any more questions? about any of the paint, the products, the event. If you are just hopping on, I'm talking about the For the Love of Junk weekend coming up September 15th through the 17th. Sammy and I are hosting here in Olathe, Kansas, a fun party bus thrifting event. So if you haven't heard, check the description box for the link. You can read all about the fun we're gonna have. Other than that, I don't think I have any other big news. I'll have another edited video up tomorrow night. If you're catching the replay, if you have anything specific you want me to shop for, let me know. Oh my gosh, y'all, look how good that is. It's sitting up and just that little crack right there, so pretty. Vicky says she's in love. Well, Vicky, you better go grab those products. Time to get to crafting. All right, y'all. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. I think I am going to, I need to run to the grocery store and get just a few things. Oops, I don't want to get this up here. So I think I am going to hit up a thrift store while I'm out. It's Saturday. They've all been open for a little bit, so hopefully I haven't missed any big crowds. I don't like competitive thrifting. I'm not the one that needs to be the first one in the door. There's enough junk for everybody. All right, I'm just going to pull this camera up and show you guys this a little better and say goodbye properly. All right, and I did take a picture of this before I painted it, so I'll do a fun before and after in the community post. I'll mess with it just a little bit more down here. Let me just do it live since we're here, because it's gonna sit really well in that part. A little bit of the teal, a little bit of the blue, a little bit more of the blue. Oh yeah. Gorgeous. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye, friends.